Hello, and once again, good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to the Cuz Games channel, and welcome back to this game, NASCAR Thunder 2004, in this, the classic career mode, where Kyle Petty won the Southern 500, average. Last time, the Kansas and Lowe's happened. Guess who won? We have 5 races left this season. Actually, I don't think he can break the Modern Era wins record. He can only tie it. That is disappointing, especially after all the second places he's had this year. He has an average finish of 4.2. This game is fucking broke. Speaking of something else that's broke, we're going to Martinsville. We're wasting a fresh car here. It's a 61 overall, and I'm not excited because Martinsville is so hard in this game. We're going to get the pole, don't worry about that. But as far as, like, the race, we're going to suck ass. Yeah, basically. Even with this car rating of 61, which ties the best that we have had thus far. It's still going to be a pile of shit race. And that's just how it goes. Stewart not on the pole? Stewart not on the pole? Excuse me. Excuse me. What is that nonsense all about? Well, it won't be Stewart or Arnhold on the pole if I have anything to say about it. That was kind of drifted that corner, but it felt slower than I usually like to get through there, even though I didn't downshift. Alright, at the line, not the pole. We still have All Pro, which is expecting me to qualify 15th every week. The happiness level is so low that even if I get it this week, they may still leave. And I'm not getting it this week, because Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, well, maybe I'll do better than fucking 27th? No. No, we will not do better than 27th. Never mind, we did do better than 27th. It's 25th. Guess what? That's still not qualifying objective. But it is the fastest lap I've ever run around here! Why did I waste a fresh car for this fucking race? I mean, honestly, I think we're just gonna... well, Casey's right there. I mean, I'm just gonna sail it into this turn and see what happens. I would like to just have a fresh car for the next race. And to get that, but also have this race be interesting, I would like to DNF, but not destroy the car, because, you know, kind of need the car to not be damaged in order to get the bonus next week, and these guys are just gonna fucking run into me. So I'm just gonna fucking, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do burnouts. Well, actually, I don't really want to do that. I want to be in as high of a gear as possible here, but I also like as high RPMs as possible, so I'm using the most gas that I can. But I also don't want to blow the engine. And I think even if I were to repair the car on pit road to fix the yellow engine, I'm pretty sure it would still count that as blowing the engine for the next race. Literally, I just want to DNF this race in the middle of it so that funny things can happen. I want to run out of gas and stuff. But, like, at the same time, I still want to at least, you know, be on the track and, like, semi-competitive, even though I'm about to get lapped. In case a caution comes out mid-pit cycle, in which case we'd gain a little bit. Now, I am a full lap down to everyone at this point, which is a bit on the unfortunate side, but we can play around with that. We can play around with this. There is potential here. Like, I fully intend on DNFing this race unless the game throws me a bone, so I'm not desperately scared. Well, I am scared. I don't want to damage the car. There's Anthony. Go for it, bud. I believe. I believe in the Toys R Us car. Kenny Wallace is up here still. Another great qualifying effort from his ass. Can I just say, I am trying. I'm not trying to get run into, but, like, I feel like we're going pretty fast. This is pretty much the exact speed that I would have gone if I was pushing full max the whole event. And yet we're still the slowest car on track. Like, that's just ridiculous. This place is so fucked. This track is so fucked in goddamn career mode. It sucks in a fucking arcade too, to be honest. Oh my god, it wants me to do sit-ups right now. Of all the fucking times. Of all the fucking times. It's in the middle of a fucking Martinsville race. Yeah, gee, thanks. Wow. How wonderful is that? How about you suck my ass? We indeed are now 2 laps down. That's less good. Alright, well, getting assistance is a lot less likely now. But as you can see, we're still slower than Mike Skinner. So, like, you know, we really didn't have much hope to begin with. Lead cars are pitting. So yeah, the pit cycle has begun, which is great news, I guess. If that's something you're into, I guess. But yeah, unless a caution comes out, and even if it does, like at this point, we're so far back that it doesn't fucking matter. Yeah. And there's damage. Thanks, Michael. You really fucking needed to do that. Sweet. So now we get a piece of shit car for the next race. How wonderful is that? Yep, fuel tank almost empty, and we've gotten nothing yet. Leader hasn't even pit yet. And even then, fucking the people that have pit, I'm passing them as they're coming out. Like, here's Stewart. Every chance in the world that he's the highest running guy. But yeah. Leader's on pit road now, I guess, but there was no beneficial caution. We're gonna run out of gas and DNF and hopefully scramble the finishing results, but thankfully, I got run into by Michael Waltrip, so yeah, for absolutely no reason, so that was polite of him, so that we don't get a good car for next week. Instead, we get a piece of shit. Thanks, Michael. That was so necessary. You have run out of fuel. Who fucking cares? This track sucks. Still managed to get $261,000 from the sponsors, though, and Kyle Petty has beat Casey. For his second win of 2003. Yeah, that figures. We, of course, get last, because God knows we couldn't at least get 42nd. What a fucking top 10, though. Like, goddamn. Elliott Sadler, the least stupid. A double Sadler top 5. LePage, David Green, Fittipaldi. Oh my god. They literally just inverted the results from how they were running, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's why I like DNFing in these races. It really does make things more interesting than just fucking skipping them. I could have simulated, I guess. That would have resulted in me not getting any damage, but that's way less fucking interesting than Kyle Petty winning again. Has All-Pro left! God damn it! Whatever, it's fine. Next race is Hotlanta. Let's slap some shitty parts on that are worse than they could have been if Michael Waltrip hadn't been a dickbag. And then this is annoying because we could have really used the best car possible for this race. Because Atlanta used 100% equipment track. And it would be nice to have out wedge, but, you know. I feel like it might be time to stop bitching about the fact that I can't change the setup. Like, wow, these self-imposed rules are sure making this challenge playthrough a lot more challenging. Crazy shit, I know. Anyway, I guess maybe we'll do 2 races in this. Or 3 races even, because Martinsville's such a joke. And we'll do 3 races in this part. Make up for Martinsville being a piece of shit. It's such an unfair track. It's such a pile of shit. That's just basically a fucking brick wall for you to run into for your championship season. It's just a pitfall of a bunch of points. Which is why DNFing and randomizing the results is a lot more effective than actually trying in the race and just running last. Meanwhile, your championship competitors, without a doubt, are finishing top 5. So why not just nuke the field with a DNF and have a lot... And I didn't even need to wreck anyone to do that. I just ran out of gas in the middle of the pit cycle. I don't even think the middle of the pit cycle mattered, for that matter. It's just if there's someone a lap down, basically the first car one lap down gets jumped back to the lead of the race, is what happens. Where are we qualifying today? 32nd. Yay! We're slower than ass. I bet you we would qualify at 29th if we hadn't gotten run into. Alright, well this race is pointless. There is no chance that we're finishing 15th, so I guess I'll just talk about stuff. What do we talk about, though, is the question. I wanted to talk about something that happened at work, but you see, the thing is, I don't want people to know where I work, because I feel like that could lead to bad things. I don't even want to describe what my job is, you know. Like, back when I worked at the hotel, it was very low stakes. Very low stakes. If I got fired from there, it would actually be a good thing. And then even then, the people there really liked me. So they wouldn't have fired me if someone was on Twitter like, your employee fucking said the N-word when he was 17? Maybe you should do something about that? That was a big checkup. Unfortunately, it happened in the worst part of the corner possible, so even if I went to the top, I probably wouldn't have gained anything from that. Yeah, we're just hanging out back here with Mike Skinner and Stanton Barrett. Yeah, but now I've got an actual job, you know, with an actual company, and management is very hands-off and not personal in the slightest. So, yeah, they would definitely cut me if people were mad about me being existing on Twitter, is what I'm trying to say. Also, we're the slowest car on track. Because Jesus fucking Christ, that it didn't turn back there. What the fuck was that all about? Yeah, we're stagnating hard because our sponsor expectations are impossible, and we got a big run of bad tracks here. Why are we stopping? What the fuck is going on, dude? It's like they're running out of gas up here. Jesus Christ, look at the mini-map, the fucking distance between these guys. What are they doing on this racetrack? Are we not professionals? Fucking the 43 best drivers in the world, and then you got fucking Kevin LePage on the track. Probably wasn't even LePage's fault. But you know I'm gonna blame him. Yeah, and I can't even hold the fucking bottom. We didn't even gain a position from that. Fuck, dude. Yeah, we don't have shit for speed. We might have to do 4 races in this episode, because nothing's happening. The car is shit. The car is shit. We have no speed.
Still beside you. Take it easy. Still there.
What are we doing? Why? Why are we stopping? What is happening in this track? What is going on, dude? Am I high? Is the legend difficulty, they don't have that many checkups. Let alone 3 in the same ass race. What are they doing? A caution would shake things up, make things slightly more interesting, but no, they're just fucking slowing down for no reason. Basically goading me into running into them and getting 60s. Broken ass game. Yo, have I told the story? I've definitely told the story before, but it's relevant in this playthrough. When I was working at the hotel, very early on, new hotel, there was a dude from Connecticut with the last name Nadu that checked in. And, I didn't actually know where Jerry was from. So I actually looked it up on Racing Reference as this dude is writing his shit down. And I was like, Jerry's from Connecticut, this guy is from fucking Connecticut. I'm like, So I basically, literally, I just asked, so do you know Jerry? That is literally what I asked him. And he was like, yeah. And he was like really weirded out by it. And I was kind of like, I really didn't have a follow-up. I really didn't know what to say as a follow-up, unfortunately. That That was definitely a moment in time. A moment defined. For sure. Without a doubt. Yeah, that's that entire story, by the way. Like, I didn't even see him again for his stay. Here's a fucking story I can tell for the hotel. So, one year, have y'all ever heard of Kat Perkins? So basically, Kat Perkins went on The Voice, like, in one of the first seasons, and made it all the way to, like, the final 5 or some shit. She was the daughter of a dude that was, like a coach, a high school coach, one town over from where I grew up in. And my mom actually went to high school with Kat Perkins for 1 year. My mom was a freshman and Kat Perkins was in a senior, so, but yeah. So basically, Kat Perkins is like the most famous person from Southwest North Dakota at this point. So you can only imagine what it was like around here when she was on The Voice and having layers of success. But I saw Kat twice. One time was during a school auditorium thing. I didn't really give a fuck. But the second time was when I was working at the hotel, and they had her band playing at the city thing. I don't know what the city thing is, but it exists, is the extent that I know. It exists. And we were hosting them at the hotel for the night, 2 nights. No, actually, it was supposed to be 1 night. But then some of the band members asked to stay another night. And then when the city got the bill, they were like, motherfucker, we ain't gonna pay this. We ain't gonna pay this. We agreed to cover 1 night. They need to pay for their fucking nights. So, catch me fucking calling the associated number for Kat Perkins to try and get payment for nights that the band were not supposed to get. Catch me calling Kat Perkins to ask for fucking payment. Ask for the payment details. Ask for that expiration date and CVC number. So yeah, that's a thing that happened. Unfortunately, when I checked her in, I was the one that actually checked some of the band. I was there that night. Kat Perkins did not recognize me from when I was in high school. And to be fair, let me just throw up 2 images on the screen of what I would have looked like when Kat first saw me and what I looked like when she saw me the second time. Let me just throw that on the screen, and you can decide for yourself whether or not Kat Perkins is stupid for not recognizing me. Yeah. Like, I don't really care about celebrity status, especially for, you know, a lady that didn't even win The Voice. Because, like, I fucking go to the tracks, you know, the times that I've been to the track, and I'm just hanging out with the drivers. I'm just hanging out with the drivers, talking shit. It's like, these are the people that I literally idolized when I was younger. And I'm just fucking shooting the shit with them like it's anyone else. Like, there is not a lot of people that I would be starstruck. Like, even with Casey Mears, I was able to be like, hey, how's it going, bro? Hope you find something for next year. Got a picture with him and everything to prove it, huh? Throw that picture up on the screen, KG, man. A lot of editing in this episode. Yeah. Watch these guys have their fucking best pit stop in a race that doesn't matter, because we need to finish 15th. Can you guess how far back from 15th I've been running? It's about 25 spots. Like, I'm trying to think who I'd be starstruck by. Trump? Trump, I would probably be like, holy shit, it's Trump. Phil Collins, perhaps. Definitely Phil Collins. I went and saw Kid Rock in person. That's someone that I thought I'd be starstruck by, but like, maybe I stood too far back that I really didn't get, you know, the experience, the grandeur of him actually being there and shit. I was mostly watching the TV on the background anyway than actually watching the performance. So. Yeah. Mark Martin, probably. Even more so than Casey. Like, I felt like I held my ground pretty well when I met Casey. But I think Phil Collins, Trump, Tulsi Gabbard, perhaps. Shit, who else? Maybe like Uber Haxer Nova. Potentially. Would be one that I'd kind of be shitting myself. Just a little bit. Just a wee bit. It really is hard to say, because there's just not a lot of fucking celebrities that I'm like... Like, the veil on, you know, the epicness of celebrities has kind of fallen ever since the advent of social media. Just like the fact that we fucking see these people talking shit online all the time anyway. Like, it really, like the degrees of separation. Like, I added Tulsi Gabbard on Twitter and got a response. Like, you know, that was pretty wild. I added Alex Bowman on Twitter and got a response once. That was a while ago. Like, it really does, like, understate the grandeur of celebrity status. And I guess being a extremely niche internet personality, if you want to call me that, moderately known in the niche, in the super niche. I'm in a niche of a niche. Like, that really just says everything. But I guess the fact that people will go into my DMs and be like, holy shit, you responded, and I'd be like, yeah. Like, I straight up am more interested in what other people have to say. Like, just, I'm way more interested in what the common person has to say, rather than like, you know, you got your internet people, you got the podcast guys, right? You've got Eric, you've got Iceberg, you've got Danny, you've got Darian, and like, I follow them on Twitter and I see them post hot takes, and I'm like, I really don't care. I really don't care about your opinion. Maybe a lot of that has to do with how they do tend to toe the company line a bit more than I would like. Maybe it's like, I really don't care about their opinion because I know that it's somewhat sanitized. Maybe they have, you know, a good take up their sleeve, but they really can't go all in because they still need the endorsements. But when it comes to people who have absolutely no stake in the game, their entire livelihood is not based on whether or not the thing that they're criticizing gives them the paycheck at the end of the day. That's the person that I care about. That's the person that I want to hear the opinions of. So whenever someone comes into my DMs on any platform, my DMs on every single platform are always open and always have been. For exactly this reason. Because I care what you have to say. I'm not interested in people sucking my dick. I understand that when someone, you know, is like, has just been on the internet for 5 minutes, and I'm like the first, like, personality that's ever responded to them, they can be like, holy shit. I can understand that, but like, when it comes to the dick sucking, it's like, nah. I got enough of that back when I, like, actually had clout. Now it's just like, I want to interact with the common man, and I want to interact with the common man on his terms. Or her. There are females on the internet. You'd fucking be surprised. You'd be surprised. But like, yeah, I care way more about what the common person thinks. Because I know the common person isn't just going to spit the company line out. Maybe they will. Maybe some of the common man are just, you know, they're just here to do some grilling. They just want to grill. And it's like, I feel that. So maybe you just want to, you know, you just want the least amount of drama just to be able to continue grilling. And I get that. I feel that. In fact, I respect that. Especially when it comes from the common person that I know is not getting paid off by the people that they're talking about. But yeah. This race sucks. We're fucking slower than shit. Even if Michael Waltrip didn't run into me, we're probably still running 42nd. The good news is that we're faster than Mike Skinner. Got that going for me. Which is good. And I think that's him right behind Jared in the mirror, too, for that matter. So, like, we're not that much faster than Mike Skinner. I was thinking that the finishing a race a lap down era had come to an end. No, I forgot just how hard the AI goes in some of these races. Like, Season 2, you think you're picking it up, but, like, Season 2 is hard. I remember underestimating the Daytona 500 for Season 2 for the Truex playthrough. I thought we were going to get a top 20 guaranteed, and I ran like fucking 35th. But what we need most of all is just money. We need to have a good run in Daytona. We need to have a good run in Indianapolis. We need to win the All-Star race. We just need money. Money, money, money. Money fixes everything in this game. Money may not fix everything in real life, but when it comes to Thunder 2004, pretty much every problem you have can be solved with money. So it would be a good thing to have. Anyway, 3 laps to go in this race. Maybe I should have DNF'd this one too. Because we're running, this episode so far is a 43rd and soon to be a 42nd place finish. So we're really running the board in this episode. It really must be said. White flag is out. I'm still slower than shit. I don't know what else to say. We are faster than Mike Skinner. So we came into this episode 23rd in points. Where do you think we're gonna end up? This is good, actually. No, this is what we needed. Because when All Pro leaves, the sponsor expectation should be easier. Because we have a bad streak of finishes. Hold up! Hold up! Let me cook! Let me fucking cook! I actually did a good. This is a good thing. Stewart wins again! We got beat by Casey. Oh, Lord have mercy. Not really a whole lot on the thumbnail home front either for this one. It's just me running by myself the whole time. I will say, we still got 262,000 out of this race, but that's not very helpful when you're losing $200,000 per repair. So yeah, I think we've got repairs coming up here. Yeah, this is yeah. So we have a fresh car for Phoenix, and then I'm gonna want to run Rockingham and then Homestead. Just say fuck it for Homestead. So where are we at, Bill? You big dummy. Well, yeah. Well, we're only dropped to 24th, which is good. That's fine. We still have Food Lion, which is not good. And we still have All Pro. Well, the good news is that it's $41 for Casey. So we're not going to repair this fucking equipment. But what we are going to do... No. Are we going to repair this equipment? Yes, we are repairing this equipment. I want to run Phoenix with a fresh car. It's Homestead that I want to throw. Okay. In that case, Okay, so we're actually building the Homestead car, or Daytona car right now, so yes, we want to put as much money as we can into the Daytona car. I might even overhaul, yeah. Okay, we can't do anything with that, so fuck you. Okay, and then this, overhaul this, yeah, even just for the 2 points, especially for the drafting. Okay, beautiful, alright. Okay, that's how that's done. Alright, so there's our Daytona car being put in the oven. We're losing a sponsor prestige, by the way. Okay, I am going to save the game just in case some stupid shit happens here. It's very possible. I have a zit right on my fucking eyebrow. And it's a whitehead, so like... But like, I just can't get an angle on it to pop it. And it hurts so much just to fucking touch it. It's just painful to touch. So we got a 59.61, 62.58... 57.59, that's a car rating of 61, so the same as we've had already. And I just realized that that 61.57 engine is actually worse than this engine that we could have for Daytona, so I'm starting to kind of wish that I did throw another engine on the build assembly line. just to see if we could have gotten it out before Daytona, and maybe it would have been, you know, decent. Kenny Wallace on the pole, finally! Finally, and that puts him into the bunch shootout next year. Hell fucking yeah, Kenny. Good shit. Alright. Now, as for the bunch shootout, do I even want to bother with that shit? I think the top 5 get paid in that, and it's not just the winner. Maybe, we'll take a look at it. We'll see, we'll see. You have to do a green flag 2-tire stop in that race. The question is, will, oh baby. Okay, I thought we might actually be able to get the sponsor objective in qualifying today, but, looking unlikely after that turn 1. Yeah, I was hoping this race could maybe even be a top 10. Especially with a fresh car. Turn, damn it. But we need a good starting spot in order to make that happen, and it's looking unlikely. Actually, hold on, never mind. That might be sponsor objective. It is. Let's fucking go. Finally. What is this? Race 8 with the sponsor, and we finally got that? And hey, good news. If I'd gotten through turn 1 good, we may have gotten the pole, and that would have ruined Kenny Wallace's season. So we don't want that. We don't want that. Alright. Phoenix! From the ashes to your front lawn. I don't know. Okay, Phoenix is an easy track, but the problem is that the people that pit are stupid, and they stop right in front of you, so... We just have to watch out for that in turn 3 when the cycle begins. So, yeah. I will not remember to watch out for that, so don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. We will have a bad time. Okay, and they also get out of the gas way early in this corner. So this is where you make up all your time. They're a bit better than you in turn 1, but they're shit in turn 3. Which is the reason why that you get fucked on the pit lane, because you're always passing them to the inside 3 wide off the track. That's why you're always fucking running into them when they pit. Because you're so much better than them in turn 3. Oh yeah, we've got a top 10 speed in this race, I think. Ooh, Anthony! Ooh, Anthony. So it doesn't look like Kenny Wallace even led the first lap, so that's disappointing. You see, he always qualifies well, but he never has speed. Like, it's ridiculous. The only time that he could even have a chance at doing good is Darlington. And even then, they just, when the AI is slower than other AI, they just lay over and let him go. So, Kenny is actively trying to get past at all times, basically. Like, I don't know what is up with the programming in this game. To be honest, I couldn't tell you what's going on with the game's programming. But we're 10th! Soon to be 9th. We got some speed. Now we just need the pit crew to show up. Will they? Well, you're just going to have to wait and find out. And we also need to not die when everyone starts pitting. That is important. That is definitely an important facet in getting a top 10 in this race. And we may get our full rack of sponsor objectives with this group of sponsors, so that'd be funny. That would be a funny bunny ha-ha moment if I've ever seen one, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Well, I kind of used up everything I had to talk about. That was a good story, though. Some good stuff. Very good conversations to be had at Atlanta when we were running bitch-ass 42nd. Not a whole lot of interesting words to be said when we're running 9th, though, unfortunately. Yeah. Natural cautions don't happen very often here. It's usually just you running into people when they start pitting. It's kind of unfortunate, but yeah. We just need to clean up turn 3 and we'll be in business because that's the fastest lap of the race on lap 7 of the run, so yeah. And then I'm going to throw this turn and give up fucking 9th. Obviously. But the good news is that we've got fresh equipment, which means that we've got another opportunity to not get damaged in this race. Safe driver bonus. They don't say safe driver bonus, but that is how it works. Yeah. Ooh, downshift. Hello. Hello. Do we have a downshift in turn 1? That might be the play right there. We actually kept up with Sterling. And then in this turn, we're eating up the gap. You know what? Downshifting in turn 1 may be the play after all here. Oh my goodness. New strats on the fly. How about that? Yeah, you gotta slow down a lot to get down to third, though. That's why I don't think that's really a viable option. Because you've gotta really slow down here in order to get that to happen. And, like, you're not even slowing down that much in this corner. Yeah. This is the kind of game that I like, though. I like the, we're fast, but, like, you have to be good to win. And even if I made an adjustment on the pit lane, if I was allowed to do that under this rule set, we probably still wouldn't have a race-winning car. But, like, this is the kind of speed that I like to see out of it, though. Is just be right there with them, but not, like, blowing their fucking doors off like nothing. Hey, this is a track I've been to. It was pretty shit. The weekend I'd like to get back. I mean, I saw Brett win in person. I mean, man, that's, you can't really exchange that. I was spending too much time looking through a camera rather than looking at the actual action, though. Someone blew up.
Okay, buddy. We're about 5 seconds behind the leader. We got 20
So yeah,
laps
there is a
left.
lot of missed opportunity in that. If I'd actually been thinking, I would have been able to run down and get to victory lane. That would have been peak. But yeah, I wasn't thinking. I wasn't using a whole lot of my brain back then. And you know what, to be fair, to this day, I still, you know, they say that you only use 10% of your brain. And then and then Neil deGrasse Tyson comes out and goes, oh, well, actually, if you only use 10% of your brain, you'd be walking a zombie. And then fucking you look at half of fucking Twitter. You're like, But no, like, I actually was a fucking moron back then. And I still am a moron. I still am a moron, to be 100% clear. But, like, I was a fucking idiot back then.
Let's go after it. Come on, buddy. We're 6 seconds back. Let's get up there.
And it's not even like I was behaving like a dumb bitch. Like, you know, like, in high school, like, I was reckless. I was very reckless. And probably should have gotten arrested multiple times. But, ignoring that for a second, statute of limitations.
Keep an eye out.
Statute of limitations, my friends. What was I saying? Yeah, but like even when I was late college, 21, 22, I was stupid. I had contacts in CBS Sports and did not follow up on them. I had my first ever videography contract and I literally just fucking, I just bullshit everything and I charged them $600. Yeah, that's a thing that I did. I made a terrible video for them and then charged them $600. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. It's a cutthroat world, am I right, guys? That doesn't even make sense in this economy. That doesn't even make sense with inflation the way that it is now.
We get back to the top 5.
Let alone in 2018. Oh, what the fuck was I thinking? But hey, they paid it. I mean, props to them. They paid the bill. Props to their asses. They paid my terrible, stupid, no logic bill. But like, that was the only videography contract I ever did. I didn't really follow up with that. And they really didn't, you know, hire me back for any more projects. Not that there would have been any, but, you know. I probably didn't have a very good repertoire as a result. If you can believe it, I never put them down as a reference. But, like, my degree was garbage. So, like, that was the first issue with my life decisions as a 22-year-old. But you know what? Your brain isn't even done forming until, like, age what was it? It's like 25 or 26. I'm sitting here 27 and a half years old. In theory, my brain is finally done forming. Whatever that even means. I don't even know what they mean when they say brain forming. Like, is it actively producing new brain cells? Or is it, like, is it growing? Like, I don't know. I legitimately have no idea what they even mean when they say your brain is still growing until you're 26. And I think it's different between males and females, too, which is just wild. I don't know, dude. I don't fucking know, dude. I'm tired. All I know is I'm tired. And I don't know shit about shit. Okay, so that's 13, 12, 11, 10 in front of me. So P10 is at the windshield. I just need to drive the track good. And yeah, that's how you do it right there. That's how you do it right there. That's how we do around here. Country music is terrible. Just awful. It's a fucking aberration, in fact. I hate country music so much. And the problem is that old country is great. Old country has always been great. Even back in the 90s. Old country was great. It was just slightly less old, you know? But, like, everyone hated country back in the 90s is what I'm trying to say. And yet, it's gotten worse. It's gotten worse. Like, what are we doing, guys? God, someone stop the fucking... I won't even call it music. It's just shit. Someone stop shitting into the fucking microphone, man. Why am I so slow, by the way? Like, what the fuck's going on here? Why is the drivers in front of us driving off, and why is everyone behind me faster than I am when I was faster than them in the first one? Where is the logic? Pit road's getting busy. It's the leader. Leader got screwed earlier, so they stayed out till their end of their fuel life. And now they're pitting. That's probably still not even going to be enough to get 10. Go, dude. I remember in 2004, or no, 2005, laying on my parents' the bedroom of my parents' bedroom floor. The floor of my parents' bedroom, watching the Spring Phoenix race, where it was Kurt Busch versus Michael Waltrip. I remember that. I have not watched that finish ever since, though. Maybe for like the 20th anniversary of that race, we should rewatch it. That'd be funny. I think it was a day after my birthday, too. Very random. Very random. I would have been 8 that day. Yeah. Neat. Anyway, we're not getting a top 10 today because the fucking field is full of shit. Look at this fucking gap, though. We were 9th. And we didn't even have a bad pit stop. What the fuck? What happened? Why am I 4 seconds behind Bobby Labonte, who I was ahead of before the pit cycle? How come Mark is driving around me like I'm sitting still? Why? What changed? This game's full of shit. This game's full of shit. I will say, actually, it is a good thing that we ran that race in Martinsville on the car that I did, because if we were running a car on the second race of the car's life here, we're probably not finishing 15th. I mean, it's a big gap now back to 15th. 3 seconds. But, like, I have to imagine that we wouldn't have qualified as good. We wouldn't have run as good in the first half of the race. And we'd be slower in the second half, too. So it'd probably be a lot closer than it is. But the white flag is indeed out. We've got some traffic to get in my fucking way because, of course there is. We don't have any physical damage yet, so I'm just going to play it as safe as possible. Get our safe driver bonus for The Rock. Yeah. But hey, I'm not the one getting lapped this week. That's a nice change. Take the modern day route through there. Yeah, we can barely fucking pass Fittipaldi. How about that? Running P13, but I can't pass the slowest car on the track. Funny stuff, man. Funny stuff. Anyway, that's a good race. I wonder who won. Oh, it's not Stewart. Bill Elliott fourth. What a drive. What a drive for Bill. Blow it. Okay, let's get ourselves a thumbnail. Thumbnail Central. Thumbnail Grand Central Station. I don't know, dude. I'm tired. Can we get a fucking camera angle, please? That isn't garbage? Oh yeah, the second that I press the button, it goes to an actual camera angle. Typical! There you go. See, that's more like it. Thank you to TJ, Arnhold, Adam Pehl, VaporLyfe, Alex Johanning, Chris T, Angry Irishman, Somebody 32, Simon Maynard, Justin Hebert, and the Seasoned Racer for being mega appreciators. You are all amazing and wonderful! Alright, well, we really didn't have any good thumbnails in there. But what is good is all the money we're about to get. Oh! Prestige bonus to Food Lion. 20k happiness bonus from the associate. We doubled our fucking funding. Doubled! Hey! Now that's what I'm talking about right there. Nice. Alright. Doubling the amount of money, and we even got a $2K award. That's probably for Rookie of the Year, best finishing rookie. Now, question. That's a good question. Are we close to being Rookie of the Year? Because I think McMurray's had a pretty good season. He is 20th in points. Meanwhile, I'm 24th. But in actuality, rookie points is separate from the actual points. So there's every chance in the world we might even be beating him for Rookie of the Year. I don't even know if that pays out. We're not beating him for... Oh my god. Okay, so they didn't do the separate... They did not do the separate standings in this game. Of all the fucking things that they could have done, rookie points are different than fucking regular points. So, of all the things that they got wrong in this game, that's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up. Stewart with the 13 poles. Very uninteresting manufacturer battle. 304 laps for Stewart. Good lord. We got 16. That's 9th. Kyle Petty with his 2 wins. Only 13 laps led total. Typical. Typical shitical. Okay, we can't do anything here. We can do something here, though. Yeah, only one more in this section. We could get the efficiency one, which we really haven't needed all season. We could try to get the next level of thing. That would get us new crew members, but we are just going to have these crew members. We're stuck with the crew members that we got to the end of the season. Let's just fill out the first level of shop upgrades. That works. That's fine. That's acceptable. It could be a lot worse than that. Sponsorship! We still have All Pro. Fuck. Well, anyway, next race is Rockingham. Hope to see you there. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you get the idea. Thanks for watching. See you in the next part of this. Bye. So you can just be like, like a fucking banshee. The video just ends immediately. It knows. It knows. Oh god. Oh, it's so bad. Why? Why would I do this? Why would I allow this to exist? What have I done? No. What have I done?